welcome to another installment of Mego Museum's Vintage Mego, where we celebrate the golden age of Mego toys. This week we're headed back to the future, the year 3978 to be exact, and having a look at Mego's Planet of the Apes Bend N Flex line. Bend N Flex is exactly what they sound like, bendy figures, which have always been a lower-cost alternative to action figures and a staple of rack toys found in dime stores, discount shops, and pharmacies. Mego had famously made superhero Bend N Flex figures in 1974. We've done a video about that, and I'll link it right here. While the Planet of the Apes Bend N Flex line is absent in the 1974 Mego catalog, I am inclined to believe it did debut that year and simply was not available for photography when the catalog ran. While I have no evidence of this, I'm also going to conjecture that these figures were sculpted by Gene Salamacha, who also sculpted the superhero Bend N Flex figures, several members of the world's greatest superheroes, the Wizard of Oz line, and some iconic Aurora model kits. The first wave of figures in the series copied the first wave of 8-inch Mego characters. You have Cornelius, Dr. Zaius, Zira, Soldier Ape, and the Astronaut. It's interesting to note the Astronaut design. It looks exactly like he's wearing a spacesuit. This is because he wasn't limited to recycled Action Jackson tooling. I'm very fond of this figure, and it's possibly my favorite in the line. While these characters are all based on the first movie, Mego added one more to tie into the television series, which debuted in the fall of 1974, and that is Galen. As with the 8-inch version of Galen, it's merely the Cornelius figure on a new card back. No other characters from the Planet of the Apes television series would appear in the Bend N Flex line. Speaking of card backs, the Bend N Flex were sold on tall cards, emulating the 1974 release of the superheroes. This is another reason I believe these came out in late 1974, as the shorter card style followed in 1975 for the superhero Bend N Flex. The front utilized the same brilliant illustrations from Wave 1 of the 8-inch line, with most characters having the same card color scheme as their 8-inch counterpart. Galen is the only exception here. The back, however, features a wonderful, unique illustration that wasn't used anywhere else. While it's obviously a drawing based on the 8-inch figures, I had to chuckle at Dr. Zaius' pose, which is clearly based on the Adar model artwork. That certainly got around in 70s Apes merchandise. The Planet of the Apes Bend N Flex figures were sold in a counter display box, which is now quite hard to find. I had a chance to own this once, and I passed, and I seriously regret it, given my love for this line. Mego would discontinue the Bend N Flex concept in 1976, however they would attempt to bring it back one time for Kiss in 1978. This would not make it to market. On the secondary market, the easiest figure to find mint on card appears to be the Soldier Ape, and in a strange reversal from the 8-inch line, Zira is actually the toughest to find in this series mint on card in good condition. While a limited and finite range, this series is one of my favorites in my collection. It's colorful, charming, and I mentioned quite compact, like it's done after 6 figures. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Mego Planet of the Apes Bend N Flex line. If you'd like to talk about this with me, I'm available in our Facebook group, Megomania, or on the forums at megomuseum.com. Thanks again for watching. If you're new to this, I hope you'll consider hitting like and subscribe. We do vintage toys every week, and I'd love to hear your input. Until next time, take care, be well, and talk toys, not others.